New shirt.
Nice.
Ace Ventura, best movie ever, best comedy ever. So, speaking of movies, I did a review with Jesse about Deadpool Wolverine. You got to see it on vacation. What'd you think? What'd you like? What you didn't like? Let us know.
Yeah, I mean, I like everything about it. The action from the start was pretty cool. As like an opening scene. I mean, obviously it was choreographed, but the graphics they use and the way they used the bones and how it impacted, how he used it to fight, like that shit was dope. But I'll give it too much away. Like,
I mean, it's you can, man. I mean, it's been a week. Like,
I mean, depends who you talk to. Motherfuckers out there start crying. You tell them what happened
hey,
with this movie. Um, what else? That was just cool how they slowly worked in the whole connection with Wolverine, and they brought in all the different characters that you got to see, which was cool. I didn't expect a couple of them. Some of them were expected with the relationship Ryan Reynolds had or Deadpool had with those other characters.
what was the
back and tie them into other movies.
what was the one surprise character you didn't expect to see that you saw? Just say it, the name. I mean, everyone knows. I mean, it's been out there, all the cameos and stuff. So,
I mean, it was a surprise until it wasn't. Juggernaut.
Okay.
I didn't expect because he's not really like. Yes, it was one of his like nemesis. Like he fought him, I guess. But
yeah, Deadpool too. Yeah,
it wasn't like something we needed to see. You know.
Yeah, I thought Blade was pretty cool coming in. I'd seen a couple teasers and I'd seen some like talk on the internet on social media. Blade was one I did not see. I'd heard Henry Cavill was going to play one of the Wolverines. I'd also heard Daniel Radcliffe was going to be one, but to see Wesley Snipes doing Blade, that was pretty cool. Brought me back to when I was younger. I was like, that's kind of cool. And then in the movie, he's going to shoot the rocket. He's like, there's only one blade, gonna be one blade. And I was like, okay, that's dope. And then they used one of the lines from his own movie. But what else did you? Any high points of the movie that you were like, man, this is like awesome, or just overall you liked it?
I probably have to watch it again because, like I said, I was on vacation.
Yeah.
I mean, I like how they allowed him to narrate well enough to, and then Wolverine did it for a second there too. It was like he like would turn and talk to this TV or something. He would say something like, that was kind of cool, but it kind of pulled you out of watching a movie. You know what I mean? Pulled you back into the theater.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm just excited to see what comes next.
So I went opening day on Thursday, 3:00. I went, watched it. I got me a little bit of swag. So I'm gonna show it real quick. So this is the Wolverine bucket. Looks like a bucket. I got that one, and then the Wolverine cup in the background, and then I also got, I got when you watch the movie the headless Deadpool. I got this one. You can see. Nice. So the other one was a popcorn bucket. This one isn't. But so I went I saw it twice. I went and saw it opening day, but I had a date day on Saturday with my wife. But one of my friends that retired, I've known for a lot of years, his daughter is 16, wanted to go see it, but she's scared to go see it by herself. So she went with me and Cindy. So I wanted to go Thursday to watch it just so I could enjoy it myself, like just enjoy the movie without being asked questions. And so they had a ton of stuff, but there's a couple things they had there that was sold out. So the Wolverine bucket that I got is actually broken. I had to glue it. And I asked the guy, I was like, hey man, like, how is this possible? Like, I'm here at first showing. And he's like, hey man, when we opened 11, people came in and bought like everything. So, but I got to see it twice. I'm happy, me, I'm a comic nerd. So I was, super excited to get the Deadpool and the Wolverine stuff, but watch the first time was great. The second time, some questions and talking, and it was so cool because the Thursday showing I saw was at 3:00. It was like a half theater, obviously, because it was still during the workday. But Saturday was packed, and it's always cool to watch a movie in a theater with like a bunch of people that get excited for stuff, you know. So
That's dope.
yeah, you can laugh at me. It's fine. I'm a nerd, man.
No, that's cool. I just that's cool.
Yeah. My highlight was Wolverine putting the mask on. That's something all the fans have wanted for years, and then him being in the costume, which when Ryan Reynolds in the movie finally finds the Wolverine's going to take, and he passes out drunk. He's like, he grabs him. He's like, "Ooh, those are some nice pajamas." And he looks at the camera. He's like, "Only took you 20 fucking years." I was like, "Finally," you know. So I knew he was going to put the mask on, but I never actually saw when he was going to. I thought it was kind of cool with the musical Madonna. You know, like I thought it was pretty cool. And I did like they make
Fox thing.
yeah. I did like how they didn't tie it to anything. They just made a movie. The plot was super thin, but it was a fan service movie just to go have a good time and enjoy. So I'm glad I got to see it. It was cool. And I haven't been excited for a movie in a long time. I was really, really excited. Obviously, we were talking about it before in our other podcast, but I was super stoked to go see it. So I was happy I got to see it. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
Yeah. No, I definitely want to see it again. Because there was some parts that I'm like, man, I don't even remember what happened for that. Like, the whole, I forget what her name is, but the whole, was it Project X or whatever that girl was?
Sandra Nova, the bald head.
The little girl.
Oh, you talk about the other Wolverine, X-23 girl? Yeah.
I wish they would have like given us a little bit more with her. Because I wanted her to be the continuation of it. Like
that's what I was talking about.
At least something,
Yeah, because she was super young and when he did Logan, and those glasses she puts on, she wore like in the movie, and it was kind of a tie-in. And I thought they would do a little more. I think they kind of did. Obviously, I saw it twice, but at the end of the movie, when they're sitting at a table and they're all catching up with their friends, she was there at the table. So maybe that's a hint to another movie. We'll see, but I definitely watching it the first time was awesome, but watching the second time, I got to know what was going to happen and listen to the jokes more. And like, I noticed a bunch of stuff I missed the first time around. So it was kind of cool, you know?
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm looking forward to. See the things that I missed, the little things that I missed. And then to listen to things more clearly.
Were you able to watch the post-credit scene?
Yes.
Okay.
Remind me, what was it?
It was when
I wasn't impressed. I remember that.
It was just so. I'll tell you the post-credit scene. I'll tell you why I did it. So Deadpool's like, "Hey, I didn't kill Johnny Blaze. Johnny Blaze killed himself." And then it goes to the camera, and it's them in that cage. And Johnny Blaze goes full Boston accent, and he says, "Lick my balls. She could pull my skin off." Da 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 da. And it ends, and Deadpool's like, "Got you, motherfucker," and he closes his little thing and walks off. That's the end credit.
That's probably why I didn't catch it, because I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
It was just a joke on how Johnny Storm got killed, and what Ryan Reynolds and the director had said was, this does not tie into anything. This is just a standalone movie. And at the end of like most Marvel movies, always have like a tease for the next movie or something like that. They just wanted to make something funny, and and they played with Chris Evans because when he jumps down and does the thing, everyone's like, "Oh, it's Captain America," because he's played both characters. So I thought it was hilarious when Johnny does the whole Boston thing. He's like, "She could lick my fucking gonads and she could pull my skin off. I don't give a fuck." And Deadpool's looking at the camera, is like, "Oh, keep going, Johnny, keep going." And then he's like, "Got you, fucker," and he closes the little thing and walks off. So I thought it was funny as fuck, man.
Yeah.
But again, a good standalone movie, no, not tied to shit, just fun,
Yep. Well, it's tied to a lot, but we just don't know yet.
That would lead into